The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. Tonight at the Nets, Karl-Anthony Towns. Great game with 37 points and 12 rebounds. Knicks played good defense throughout. 6 steals as a team. Jalen Brunson added 27 points. Knicks get their second road win of the year. Beat the Nets tonight 113-100. Great to have you with us from our Delta MSG studios. Bill Pito along with Alan Hahn. Wally Szczerbiak is going to join us here in a couple of moments. We talked in the pregame about defense and how the Knicks have struggled of late on defense. Tonight, that's the third lowest point total they've held the opposition to. Only 100 points for the Nets. The defense was a whole lot better tonight.
Yeah, the Nets, for some reason, decided to make it a perimeter game, which they're not good at. So that was a big problem. The Knicks did really force that and did a good job with defending the paint. But the bottom line of this game was the Knicks had 2 All-NBA players on the court, and the Nets didn't. I mean, it's as simple as talent. Karl-Anthony Towns was indomitable from the second and third quarters, really turned the game in the third quarter. Jalen Brunson also had a huge game. Talent does win out, and that's what it certainly happened tonight.
All right, Wally Szczerbiak was on the radio call on ESPN New York. Wally, interesting post by your radio partner Tyler Murray about something covering your head. What do you have?
Oh, we have Wally Kenobi.
Yes, what's going on there, Wally?
Well, it was a little drafty up there in the radio booth because it's right where the vestibule opens up to the main concourse. So I was just trying to stay warm. That first half was a little grumpy, to say the least. Knicks weren't really kicking it into gear. Wasn't really a rhythm to the game very much. So I was just trying to stay heated up. Second half, the Knicks kicked it into gear. They played good basketball, found a rhythm. Karl-Anthony Towns, unstoppable, like you said, Alan. I think he just really did a good job of dominating this basketball game. The Knicks took their time on offense to get the ball to the right guy who had the matchup advantage. And then once he started dominating down low, getting to the free throw line and driving to the basket, then those threes started to fall. He caught him in rhythm. That was a great performance for a guy who's been struggling a little bit shooting the ball uncharacteristically for him, and he was just dominant tonight with the big 37 points.
I absolutely love the fact, though, that what Towns did in this game was because he even recognized, he said it to Mike and Clyde, is that I have not been shooting a three well. So I thought, let me go to the basket. And the Nets, really, when you consider how they defended, the paint was wide open. So Wally, what he was doing was the proverbial give the defense, take what the defense is giving you, and rather than forcing it or trying to get himself in rhythm from three, he just kept driving to the basket, He didn't take his first three until the third quarter. So it does show you that he had a lot more patience in this game maybe than we've seen in the last couple of games when he struggled, right?
Yeah, and there were times where he had open threes and he turned them down because he knew that he could score whenever he wanted in the paint. And honestly, the Brooklyn Net defenders, they were probably like, I'd rather he take a quick three in the shot clock than pound us down low, use his size, use his strength, and get whatever he wants. I mean, 14 for 20 and is an outstanding percentage shooting the basketball. It's more what we're used to Karl-Anthony Towns doing. And with Mike Brown wanting to get 43s up, at times it's okay, but at times you're letting the defense off the hook a little bit when you're not really taking advantage of an all-NBA, all-star type player that has a huge matchup advantage as far as size and strength. So Karl-Anthony Towns did a great job of reading the defense, and then when those threes came, the opportunities, he didn't turn them down, and he knocked them down 3 for 4.
Yeah, to your point, Wally, Knicks took 35 threes. That's under their average. More on Karl-Anthony Towns. Let's show everybody some of his highlights. Thrilling moment brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on. And it was interesting, Alan, because as you just talked about with Wally, he didn't take a three. He had things going on the inside and didn't take his first three of the second half.
Yeah, and when you think about it again, look who he's going up against. I mean, we talked about the size advantage we thought the Nets might have because the Knicks played a small lineup. What we didn't realize, though, is the size advantage was for Karl-Anthony Towns, because between Claxton and Clowney, they really don't have that kind of size where it's not just height and length, but also physicality to deal with Karl-Anthony Towns. And you just saw him by this point when he's just catch and shoot threes. Now he's in rhythm, and the rhythm came from the fact that what he was doing was driving to the basket and getting layups, seeing the ball go in the basket like Wally always says. And then we also look at the rebounding, which he has done all year and actually his entire Knicks career.
14th double-double this year, second most in the league. And Wally has 37 points. He's had a 39-point game, 37 points, second most he's scored in a game this season.
Yeah, you knew he was going to explode. It was only a matter of time. He had that big performance at home against the Miami Heat. He likes to be in the tri-state New York area, get in the city boroughs, and, it was just quite a performance. I just loved seeing him use his mind. I mean, he's a smart basketball player, and smart basketball players, they know when they have advantages. They know what they need to do. They don't need other people telling them what to do. And he just went into his bag tonight and reminded everyone of his greatness. And it's a win the Knicks really needed, and it's technically a road win, and they haven't had that many of them this year. So that was a good way to get back in the win column.
And if I said Jalen Brunson scored 27, you'd like, Bill, what?
Mm-hmm.
Quiet 27, but 27 nonetheless.
Yeah, for him they were, but he did have pockets of the game where he knew he had to get on a little scoring roll, and he did that, especially early on. As Wally said, it wasn't a pretty first half. As he said, it was a drafty first half, but Brunson got hot when it mattered most. And you see the 10 of 19 and the 4 of 9 from 3. Now, the Knicks, again, didn't have a great three-point shooting night as a team. But Jalen Brunson, as we mentioned, over the last, now this is a 7-game stretch. He's played in 5 of those games, and he was averaging, coming in, over 31 points. So he'll probably dip a little bit, but 31 points, but he was shooting 50-40 from the field. And so he continues the good shooting, obviously a little Euro step there, and he was demonstrating that. But that's what you get from Jalen Brunson. But even also the recognition of, okay, Towns has got this thing going. Let him cook for a while. And Brunson, when he scored, was just in those moments in the system, not necessarily him taking the ball and creating for himself.
Well,
no, I agree. Jalen was outstanding.
Go ahead.
No, he was great. And, Jalen reads the defense. He reads the game. And a true point guard, which he's been playing like all season long, a little bit more off the ball. I like the combination with him and Deuce, and also Clarkson getting some minutes with the starters at the end of that fourth quarter. I think that was a nice little wrinkle, because you're going to need guys that can step up and complement that starting unit and play with the Villanova 3 and Karl-Anthony Towns. And Mike Brown is looking for different combinations, and all those combinations worked, especially in the second half.
Clarkson with 12 points. No Mitchell Robinson under the weather. And, of course, OG Anunoby is out, and so too is Landry Shamet. Wally, we're going to Charlotte tomorrow. Planes, you going to save me a seat or what?
Of course I'm going to save you a seat. You're not sitting on my lap, Bill. You weigh too much.
Just keep him away from the food.
He said, well, you make sure you stay warm on the plane tomorrow. All right,
Yeah,
Wally?
that's right.
Oh, I will. I can't wait.